Yo, hey folks, it's Kevin, Big K Horror, and I want to do a review on a series of books that are books on the horror genre, that's, the horror movie genre, that I am absolutely in love with. I've had these books for quite a while, but I got the newer one just this past Christmas, and I figure it's due for a review because I want to hoard these books up because they're that good, and I want people to get these because they need them in their collection. And the author of these books is John Kenneth Muir. All right, that's as in M-U-I-R, but John Kenneth Muir. All right, and these books are horror films of the 1970s, horror films of the 1980s, as you see, thick book there, and horror films of the 1990s. I'm hoping he does horror films of the 2000s. Alright, so, these books here, as you see, are pretty thick, stacked there, and what he does is, they're all broken down, they go as in the years as follows, so, for instance, this 1990s here, it'll go down from 1990, 91, 92, and they're all broken down by year, and then each year's alphabetical order, and each film, breaks down from, the critical reception, so it has, like, the critics' comments on it, and then it breaks down the cast and crew stuff, and then it has a synopsis of each film, and then it has his his commentary for each film stated on it. So and sometimes he goes he kind of goes into some of the his basic reviewing kind of comments into it, but then sometimes he goes into some real collegiate in-depth essay type shit. You know what I'm saying? For instance, on Phantasm, he went into some real deep stuff about how the movie Phantasm is really symbolic about a boy's fear of death and abandonment, and which I fully actually concur and agree to that. So anyway, yeah, I mean, these books are really, really awesome and really well in depth. And especially my favorite one so far is horror films of the 1980s. Just, mainly because the 1980s period was my favorite period of horror. But the 1990s is a close follow-up. But anyway, yeah, these books can be found on Amazon.com, I'm sure eBay and other bookstores and whatnot. But no, and they're put out by McFarland Press. But yeah, and they break down to, they have appendixes in the back, where all the sub-genres are broken down and all the titles under the sub-genres are back there. And, yeah, and I believe if you do want to get the horror films of the 1970s, I believe it's broken into two different ones. That's how I had to get mine. So yeah, there's a book 1, book 2. But, yeah, that's John Kenneth Muir. And, yeah, I mean, like I said, each film by each year is broken down into, he breaks it down to, having some critics quote on it, either it be a good or bad one, and then it has, the synopsis from that film, the plot line, and then it has, the cast and crew credits, and then it has, his commentary on it, and like I said, it goes sometimes into in-depth stuff that you never thought about, and then, then some general stuff, and it's just really interesting, cool stuff on there. And like I said, just some of the in-depth stuff you end up reading on some of these films, it's just not a head-scratcher as in, in a bad way, but head-scratcher in wow, where do you think of this stuff from? And it's just really cool, It's like reading some thesis or something. It's really cool. Anyway, so I just wanted to show off some of those. Not show off, but, I want some more people to be aware of these because they're worth getting, hands down. And okay, I'm just going to show these one more time. Horror films in the 1970s with, It's Alive Baby on the cover. Okay, the 1980s, of course, with Kiefer Sutherland from Lost Boys. And, of course, the 90s with, Blair Witch Project. Alright, well, I just wanted to show those off. Look them up on Amazon if you want to read some reviews and stuff, but if you're a horror fan and you want to maybe check out some other movies that you may not have heard of, or maybe just you want to read, you want a good, movie dictionary specifically about horror and, that kind of thing, they're worth it. 2 thumbs up you know, for me on those books. So check them out sometime. Leave a comment on my video. All right, peace.